So for 19 years, you have been Santa at Santa's Village.
Yes.
How did that happen? How did you get that job?
Well, it started that I got laid off from the mill, and they gave me like 20 weeks of severance pay. So I figured I'd take the summer off. But after 2 weeks I was going crazy, so I said, I've got to find some work. So I went down and applied for a job. And they had put an ad for a Santa that spoke French. I said, well, I'm going to go down and see if I can do it. So I went down, but they just hired somebody half an hour before. But I worked in maintenance, at the mill, so I said, well, can you use somebody in maintenance? And then Elaine said, well, I'll talk to my husband because they want to put up a ride. I says, okay. So she brought me to her husband. He says, can you read blueprints? I says, yeah. I says, that's what I do for a living. He says, you want to start tomorrow? So I says, okay. So I started putting up the Skyway sleigh. I'm the one that put that up in Santa's Village in the building. And then I got done. I went and worked construction. And I got a call from Elaine. I was just leaving for a month. And she says, you still want to be Santa? I says, you told me you hired one. She says, yeah, but we did a check. Come to find out, there's something wrong with it. And I tried it, and I loved it.
What do you love about it?
I just love seeing, where are you going to find a job that all the kids, everybody comes to see you is happy. There's no other job like that in the world, I don't think.
That's true. Kind of warm in the summer, though, huh?
Oh, it's very warm, very hot. Yeah, started, I was working as Santa outside of the house, and then we moved into the house. Then they expanded the house. And now I've got a special room where they take pictures with the children and all that.
How many kids will you see in a day?
Oh, some days I see over 1,000.
Oh my!
I figure by the time I retire from there, I'll have had 1 million kids sit on my lap.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing here in Berlin today? What is this?
I live in Berlin.
I know, but you're doing something with the school here.
Actually, I got volunteered they had my boy works here as a teacher.
Yeah.
And they asked him to be Santa, and he says, I can't do Santa, they all know my voice. But he says, I'll ask my dad. So he says, Dad, would you mind being Santa? I said, no. I says, I'll be Santa. So 3 days later, he shows up with this paperwork. He says, these are the words you have to learn. I says, oh.
So is that, I think I got a hint of that hearty laugh. Is that a specialty did you always have that laugh? Or
always.
So you had kind of that Santa laugh, that deep, hearty.
I love it. It's fantastic to be with the kids. I guess they say I have the right voice for it. I don't.
Well, I guess we're going to have to come back to get some real live footage because it's hard to picture you as Santa right now. Although the face, you've got the right face. It's the whiskers that are missing.
Yeah. Well, I got plenty of them. The children always ask, where are your lips? I tell them it's under all that hair. They have to be good for mom and dad. They have to, listen, not argue with their brother and sister, But it's getting harder for Santa every year because of the technology that's out now. You have some families come in with 4 or 5 children. One says, I want a laptop. The other one says, I want an iPad. And Santa can't make a promise like that, because mom and dad would have to go rob the bank.
Yeah.
So I tell them that Santa will try his best. And if I can't bring you something like that, I'll definitely bring you something you like. And they're happy with that, So, because some of the parents are in the back. No,
don't commit. That's great. Well, thank you very much.
I've had some. I should have started a journal when I first started, because I'd have a book now, and I'd probably
of what kids say. What kids say to you? You mean? Things that kids tell you.
Oh,
you mean?
Unreal. Every day, some child is going to make me laugh. I guarantee you. And some child's going to make mom turn red. The things, children don't lie. They come out with everything,
That is so true.
And I have a lot of sad cases of, Make-A-Wish. I've only had one come back in 19 years.
Yeah.
So that made my day when that girl came back. and she had gained weight,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
she had her hair back, and
Yeah.
oh, I was so happy.